So we have a group of questions relating to many of you who are involved in the coaching industry, whether it's doing online or whether you're meeting with people face to face. The question, I think the biggest one that you need to be careful of is, at what point in time does your coaching strategy, does your coaching advice blend over and go into sort of the psychotherapy aspects of things? And I think it's really important. This is such a fine line between what you are doing and moving over into an industry where you are giving psychotherapy type of advice or some type of medical advice where you're going to need a license or be a licensed psychotherapist in order to do that. So I think what's important here is hire somebody or find what the local laws are concerning psychotherapy and what are the qualifications and what is classified as psychotherapy. The key here is, don't hold yourself out under any circumstances as a psychotherapist unless you are, and you are in fact licensed in your state or wherever you're in fact doing your business, because that's where you sort of cross this gray zone into giving advice to people and becoming a someone who is holding themselves out as a psychotherapist, and you don't want that. So I think the important part there is make sure that your clients, that your customers really understand that you are not a psychotherapist and that you're not holding yourself out as a psychotherapist, and that you're doing everything you can to separate yourself and distance yourself from any classification as a psychotherapist. Do you have anything you wanted to add?
I think that's good. I just think it's real case specific with you guys. I think there's so many different types of coaching out there these days that comes down to what you specifically use or do with your program. So it's something that we would love to talk about, on a case by case basis, in terms of contracts and things like that. Same thing. I mean, I think that we could tailor a contract, or you should have a contract tailored to your needs and to what you're specifically trying to do.
And I think when you enter into your relationship with your clients, your business contract, the contract that creates your, client relationship with you, your business relationship with your customer, I think it's very important that you put in that contract, if you haven't already done this, that you are not at all under any circumstances a licensed psychotherapist, that you are not giving any type of psychological advice. I know with my business coach, when we were doing our mastermind groups and everything like that, and I had to enter into contractual obligations with her, she made it very clear in her contract that this was not a psychotherapy session. So I think it's important that you do everything you can to separate yourself, and that really comes down to disclosure. Making sure that the people that you're communicating with do not, think that you are a psychotherapist.
So yeah, I mean, we've seen, a handful of coaching contracts, and so I just think that they should be tailored for your needs and make sure you're protected.